These are the vitrines that you'll be sitting in. Look, they are quite roomy, and you can see at the back, there's an entranceway, and you'll be high off the ground, and you will sit on here, so there'll be lights underneath, and there'll also be lights on the top. And these lights are all computerized, and so there'll be continual movement of flickering lights. Sometimes the lights will be blue to imagine you come down in salt water. Sometimes they'll be green to make an association with fresh water. Sometimes the sun will be really shining down on you as though you were flying at 40,000 feet. Sometimes there'll be shadows flickering over you as though you're flying in a flock of birds. There'll be 5 soundtracks in the whole space here. There's a particular soundtrack, electronic soundtrack, which is relative to you in terms of flying, notions of the wind, bird cries, very high, distant sound of the sea. Maybe you fly through a thunderstorm, so all this will be relative. So you'll be situated, not isolated, but relative to a context which is constantly talking about flying and water and birds. You can see these feathers hanging off the ceiling here, eggs related to birds. If you come over here, we've dug 3 huge pits in the floor. Nobody actually performs in those baths, but they're all computer organized so that hot water turns on, steam comes out. It's as though Icarus was washing himself before he finally took off. At the back here, we have exactly 100, what we call them the winds. Each one of these fans will be blowing in a different direction to indicate the winds that Icarus probably met on his 500-mile journey from Crete to Icarus. Over there, we talk about wax. The story goes on about how the wings were put together with wax, all the different particular ways you can use wax. There's lots of text here from Swedish literature, Strindberg, all the mentions of birds and flying, etc. And all sorts of other exhibits which all talk. You can see these huge propellers. Imagine that if Daedalus didn't invent wings, he'd invented a propeller. So we have these huge whirring propellers that go so fast the whole thing shakes. So it'll be nice and dangerous. You feel that maybe the propeller will smash the glass and run away into the audience. We have a big arch of feathers to introduce people to come in, and we are hoping to build outside in that space a huge viewing frame where there will be seats to watch for the final return of Icarus, because I'm going to pretend he never fell into the sea. He's still flying around there, up somewhere, and one evening here in Malmö, he'll fly down back through the frame, and we can welcome him back again. There are seats for people waiting for Icarus to come back. So you see a sense of humor, a sense of irony about the whole thing as well. But I want to, though I don't take myself too seriously, I want to be certain that we take the exhibition very seriously indeed. So again, let me repeat, these 5 vitrines, which I think will be put in a line across here, all frontal, all facing one way. You'll all be facing this direction. The visitors will come in from that area, so they'll see you very rapidly. A sense of seriousness, that seriously you are prepared to audition for a potential film about flying, which is centered around Icarus. So, that's the basis. Now you've seen the site. Any more questions?